All right, welcome back. It's another edition of the Miles High Club. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'm excited for this one. We're breaking down the NFL draft for the Denver Broncos. I'm also wearing the prime sunglasses because your boy Sanders. He dropped way too far, and the people that did the prank on him. Come on, guys. Like, what's up with you? You're playing with people's futures. Like that's not funny. That's really not funny. So. I'm proud of my man getting drafted, but let's get into it. Always go get yourself some game face grooming. Why not? Why not be a man and be well groomed? I mean, I bet your lady would love it. My lady loves it. Why not, right? And then you see this over here. You see it usually in most videos. Kane Clark, May 17th, first game, 3 o'clock against Chicago Sky. Lock in, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Lock in. Let's get it. Anyways, let's get into this draft here. So, first pick of the 20th, first round, 20th overall, cornerback out of Texas, Jahdae Barron, the Broncos select. I didn't really know his work. To be honest, none of these people I really didn't know their work. The Broncos picked people that I did not expect. To be honest, I was not prepared for this draft at all. There was other players that I wanted, and I was focused on that. I was not very educated on the draft picks that we had, but I am now. Hopefully I can educate you guys from what I've learned and what I've watched on film. But yes, Jahdae Barron out of Texas. Actually, he's the Jim Thorpe Award. Obviously, that means the best DB in the whole college NFL. Whole college NCAA last year, which is something that Pat Surtain did not win. And some people were saying that was projected top 10 in some people's mock drafts. So, honestly, this I watched his game film. He's a joker for a defense. We've been talking about jokers all offseason for the Broncos. So, they found their joker on offense, which is that Evan Ingram. And now they found in the draft joker on defense of Jahdae Barron. I'm excited to hear that name next year. I think he's going to make a lot of big plays. Him, Riley, Brandon Jones, Mufunga, Pat Surtain, obviously Riley Moss. Like, these guys this is going to be a great defense. I'm so excited. It reminds me of the Super Bowl 50 defense. Not saying we're going to win Super Bowl, but I'm just saying, don't put it past us. Anyways, next second round and 60th pick works off. Broncos, you traded like 97 times right here just to pick the 60th. It did all work out, but I'm just saying it was a lot. I was saying excited for day 2, and you guys made me wait longer. But RJ Harvey, our friend buddy Johnny Martin, go get some Unleashed. Go get your kids worked out. He's pumping out NFL draft picks. You know what I'm saying? He's my guy out on East Coast LA, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 717 gang, and filming. But RJ Harvey, he hit me up. He said, bro, this guy is an instant impact player. He's going to start day 1. And I am all ears on this. This guy, he's a freak. He is from the 4-4. He actually had 22 rushing touchdowns last year and 3 receiving. He had, total of 25 total touchdowns last year. This guy finds the end zone. And, he's a captain. He was a captain of his team, which is a very big theme of what we were picking here. A lot of older players, a lot of players that have had a lot of experience, just like Bo Nix last year, because they hit on that. This is what the defense is. This is what the draft picks have been giving us. George Payton with Sean Payton. You're figuring out who they like, why they like them, and it's helped me learn what culture we're trying to build there. And RJ Harvey is fitting that mold. He's 5'8", like 205. Like he's a little guy, stocky though. You know what I'm saying? He runs through the hole, great vision. But yeah, the 3 words I explained to me: it was explosive, electric, and exciting. All 3 E's. It's gonna be a lot of that. So I'm excited for him. Next, third round, 74th pick, Pat Bryant out of Illinois. I didn't know much. Like I said, I didn't know much of his work. But the guy has a 38-inch vertical at 6'2", 6'3", some listed some places. He did run a 4.6 40, a little slower for a wide receiver, but he's big and he's tall. And Last year, he was averaging 18.4 yards a catch. Think about that. Every time he catches the ball, he only had 54 catches, but every time he catches the ball, this man's getting 18 yards. That's literally almost 2 first downs every time he catches the ball. And people that have verticals that are close to 38, I mean, they're a little bit higher in the 40s. But think about this. Mac McClung and Ja Morant, you see what they do in the NBA? You see how they... You're telling me Pat Bryant, I mean, I think Mac McClung was like 42, 41, and then Ja Morant was at like 42, 41 again. Like, they're all really close, but like only 3 inches. And he's got them both by... I mean, I know Job like by 30 and Mac by like 20. You know what I mean? Like he's a big dude, you know, and he can jump. So I like that pick. Then the next third round, pick 101, defensive end, Savion Jones, John Flanker Myers. Watch out. I think you might have lost your spot next year. He's a developmental player. I mean, he's a top 100 player out of this draft. I mean, we picked him on 101. We got 4 top 100 players, which is awesome, you know, in this draft, you know, and we're just building to this defense. It's young and hungry defense. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited to watch. And a big school out of LSU, you know, that's another big thing. Jahdae Barron, Texas, you know, SEC schools, you're going to see a theme of that, you know, later on when I talk to the next person, you know what I'm saying? So, like, 6'5", 280, Savion Jones. I mean, 33-inch vertical at that size. That's insane. 6'5", 280, and has a 33-inch vertical. The man, he's massive. He's physical, and I think he could be probably one of the steals of the draft. And I'm excited for that. So I think he may not start this year, but just because of John Flanker Myers this year, but next year he's gonna put on a tear. I promise you. I promise you that. Then. Next, round 4, pick 134, edge rusher, Quay Robinson. The guy from Alabama, he's a freak, and people are like, oh, you know, he's special teamer, you know, because he contributed like in special teams the most, but like last year he only played 9 games. He hurt his elbow end of the season, so he missed a few games. So like he had 5 sacks in those 9 games, which we don't need him to have that many sacks because, like, think about the edge rusher we have, like a Nick Benito, you know, you got Jonathan Cooper, you know, you got Jonah Ellis. And these are people we already got. We're good. We don't have to worry about that. We got edge rushers out the days. We just throw this guy in and rotational piece, you know. That's what we're working on, and I love it. We led the league in sacks last year. We're just adding pressure to the quarterback. I mean, and this guy, you know, he only, like I said, he only had like 4 or 5 sacks last year, but in 9 games, and adding to that defense that already had 63 sacks, led the NFL, and he's gonna learn. And he's 6'4", and he's still only 243. But if 6'4", he's just fast. He could be faster, speed rusher, and it's just gonna be a change of pace that people are gonna see. It reminds me of Nick Benito, which for me personally, I mean, he might not be as good as Nick Benito, but again, another guy from Alabama. I mean, an SEC guy, another big guy, played against a lot of heavy talent. So like, I love that for our team. That's what we're looking for. You know, we got a lot of Texas, as people follow the team. We got a lot of people from Texas. You know, we got SEC schools. It's amazing right now. You know, and then. Next pick, 6th round, 216, punter, Jeremy Crenshaw, whatever. I don't know how to say it. But this man, I just found, like, you know, we're talking about this Joker word. Everybody's getting tired of Joker. But, like, we found a Joker on offense, Evan Ingram. We found a Joker on defense, Jahdae Barron. We just found our Joker on special teams. And hear me out. What does that mean? This guy, and I feel like he's an Australian guy. You know, he played rugby before he got into the NFL, before he ever kicked. So think about this. You got Marvin Mims. You got Jeremy Kershaw, whatever the heck, how you say his name. This guy to play rugby. You're telling me that he doesn't know how to throw, doesn't know how to run over a person? Like, and if Marvin Mims also, him can, they could, I'm just saying, he could probably throw, and this guy has a leg. I mean, 60-yard punts is just a thing that's already in his arsenal. It's just second nature, you know. This man punts the ball so far. Our gunners are going to need to be fast because he doesn't have a lot of hang time, but he has this line drive and this ball gets after it. And in a mile high, it's going to be insane to watch, to be honest with you. And like he had a 69-yard field punt in college. I think that was like his sophomore year or something like that. So like this man puts the ball out there, and I'm excited to see what he can do tomorrow. I can already see a 70-yard field punt in his near future in Mile High Stadium. And then going into the last pick, seventh round, pick 241, tight end Caleb Lohner, I think that's how you say it, from Utah. Just saying, Sean Payton brought up the fact that Jimmy Graham was a big guy that played basketball first and do much work at football. Sean Payton's comparing him to Jimmy Graham, and if he's just half of what Jimmy Graham is, and you have Evan Ingram right now, like there's so much potential there at tight end that Bo Nix is going to have this 6'7", 250-pound guy that played basketball. So you're telling me, he's boxing out. He's doing his thing in there. So, I mean, he's only played 57 snaps in college. And I just saw this crazy stat. It was like, what's his name? Travis Hunter played 112 snaps per game last year. And this guy's only played 57 snaps ever in his college career. So, like, and he's going to be a project, obviously, but he had 4 catches. All 4 catches were touchdowns. I'm just saying it creates something in the red zone that we've never seen in the NFL, in the Broncos uniform. So I'm very excited to see it. But that is how I feel about the draft. The draft, to me, we got a lot of big name schools, sorry. A lot of players I think all these players will contribute next year. I guarantee it. I mean, the person I think had the least likely to contribute this year is probably Caleb Lohner, only because he's not there yet, and Evan Ingram and Lucas Kroll are still there. So like I think they're going to get a lot of the PT, but don't be surprised if he gets a touchdown, later in the season or somewhere apart you don't even know. But like, don't be surprised this guy gets some playing time just because he's big. If he could just be physical, 6'7", 250. I mean, you could put some linebacker or some, nickel corner into the dirt. This big dude, you know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised. I'm excited to see how that goes, but I give this Broncos draft. I mean, obviously I'm a Broncos fan and I'm a little biased, but like I give ourselves an A-. It's not. Only reason I don't think it's an A, me personally, just because A+, because I just wanted other players to be. I wanted other players that I think we should have got. But fanning out of Bowling Green, like Mason Taylor, I wish we just got our already developed tight end. No shots at Caleb, but like I really would want it if Pat Bryant could have been a tight end. Like, nothing against Pat Bryant. Again, big dude. Maybe they had plans on him playing a little bit of tight end type of role just because he's a big physical receiver and he's a little bit slower. So if he can beef up a little bit, you think he's at 215. If he gets to 230, 240 by the NFL season, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited to see. So I give ourselves an A-. Hope you made it all the way to the here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I really do appreciate it if you do all that. You guys have a good one, and we are believing.